Oh, this shit is sounding crisper than motherfucking crisp. Hey, everybody, my name is Roger Lopez, and you are welcome to my podcast, Roger That, where we will be talking mad shit about a whole lot of topics, man. Just a whole lot of mad shit. I am currently recording at Cal State Northridge, where my tuition, paid for by the federal government, pays for this creative media room for me to talk some good shit in. Without further ado, I'm not sure what the main thing I want to talk about is. There's been a whole lot that's been going on. I guess I just came back from Arizona, and my Arizona trip was fucking badass, man. I didn't expect Phoenix to be so shit, but everything else was fucking amazing. I'm just gonna shit on Phoenix for a little bit, man. Phoenix is a shithole, man. All right, I'm not sure if I just went to the bad part of Phoenix, but I fucking drove around your downtown. Miles. I saw nobody walking around besides like some old dingy ass meth heads. Old motherfuckers that just look dilapidated, man. They look like a fucking scene out of Breaking Bad. It was terrible. Phoenix is fucked up. But Scottsdale, Arizona, and fucking Mesa and everything, well, not everything, because a little above Phoenix, you have like me and my lady, we want to go check out this spot that my mom recommended. She follows this lady on YouTube, and she has a candy shop of some sorts. So we went over to the shop. You know, it's not really candy. It's like, well, it is candy, but it also, you know how we Mexicans, we be putting fruit and shit. So it was like sweets and fucking fruit. You know how they do it in like fucking downtown LA, how they do it over in the Callejones, all that good shit. So we went over to this spot. It was above Phoenix in Glendale and Peoria, I think it was called. Ghetto ass areas, man. I can tell hella raza, and I shouldn't be so judgmental because that's the only spot in Arizona our people have property. My people have property, all that good shit. But wherever Mexicans have property is kind of dingy and shitty, man. This is just real talk, man. South Central, Compton. Compton is a blend of black and Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? So it's half and half, but definitely like East LA, man. Upper Phoenix had an East LA vibe. Phoenix had a Breaking Bad dingy ass vibe. Scottsdale and Mesa are the shit. We went up to Jerome while we were up there. Jerome fucking Arizona, where they had mad prostitution, man. Legal as fuck prostitution in Jerome, Arizona. We went into this one shop and we saw this license to prostitute, and the lady, the female on the photo, man, she was butt the fuck ugly, man. She was one of the most ugliest prostitutes I've ever seen. And, man, for her to be able to afford a license, man, she was rocking everybody's dick, man. Everybody in Jerome, man, they have benches of like classes like 1948 class. Yeah, y'all some nasty motherfuckers, man. Y'all just fucking, half of y'all the spawn of this fucking prostitute. Which, you know what? Good for her, man, because you know what? We're all just trying to live, fuck, you know. So, power to her. But I'm disappointed in the prostitution appearances in Jerome of 1902, 1890 or some shit. I'm not sure. They had... Prostitution is so grimy in Jerome, Arizona, that these motherfuckers have tokens for prostitutes. They have a token that reads, "This is good for one, whiskey, whatever food, or a bitch." What the fuck? That's fucking American, man. I don't know where the fuck we drifted off from. That kind of fucking ingenuity, the ability to, basically, man, we gotta fucking help out these prostitutes, man, because we out here fucking their lives up. They're over on Lancashire fucking getting stabbed, getting thrown out the car and shit. They're over there in Skid Row, man. One of my homies out here fucking prostitutes, man. Well, they're not really prostitutes. They're homeless ladies at Skid Row. But nonetheless, man, he shouldn't be fucking them. They shouldn't be fucking him. They should have some fucking more dignity. He should have a lot more dignity, the piece of shit. The point is, we need to help these prostitutes because we have the resources, the economic stability, and the motherfucking willpower. Not all of us, but, you know, like people like me, and I'm sure thousands of, if not millions of other Americans feel that we have unjustly fucked up the prostitution game over the years. We have made it so that they are controlled now by malicious people that take like 80% of their fucking wages. I mean, not to say that America doesn't either. America takes 30% of all our wages, prostitute or not. But hey, man, 30% is a lot better than pimp taking 80. Arizona was a shit, man. I went up to Sedona, where they have like a lot of cool ass rocks. Fucking beautiful, beautiful, big red rocks, man. Fucking, I was expecting to kind of like hike these rocks, hike these trails, but man, we just didn't have enough time to, man. You know what I'm saying? Me and my lady went down to Arizona to drop off these two puppies to her brother, and we were only there for like Saturday, Sunday, and that was basically it. So for Sunday, that's when we went over to Hortown, saw what was cracking over there. By the time we got to Sedona, which is like 2 hours away from the location where my brother-in-law's at, which is over in Scottsdale. So we got to Sedona. We saw around a little bit, didn't hike too much. Next time I go, I'm definitely going to take some shrooms and see some aliens, because the homie fucking, what's the homie's name? Nas Janice is from Arizona, and that motherfucker has told me some stories, man. He told me he was tripping on, I don't know how many fucking eighths of shrooms with his homies over in Sedona. Bunch of like big red rocks, man. So this motherfucker's tripping so hard. I think he sees like a fucking door open in the rocks or some shit, and then above him he sees like all these fucking like little lights. It looks like the way he explained it to me is like the aliens above him on this trip in Sedona. The aliens were like fucking dragonflies, but a lot bigger, and there was like fucking a bunch of them over his head, like a fuck ton of fucking alien dragonfly looking motherfuckers above his head. Was it maybe because he was tripping, he saw all of this? 99%. Look, I've tripped, you see some cool shit, but all right, let me reframe myself. Not 99%, 1%, because look, the real nitty gritty is that this motherfucker was over with some old ass rock, man. That rock has been there forever, man. I'm sure that shit holds secrets. If not, that shit wouldn't be red, man. There ain't no red rocks in California. I ain't never see it, man. Thinking about it, I forgot to take a fucking rock home from Sedona. Fuck it, I'm gonna go back soon, man. Got a trip out there. So basically, the homie, man, he saw these motherfucking aliens in Sedona, man. It's just like the way the fucking earth is positioned under the stars, positioned under the fucking energy we carry, and the energy that's in these shrooms that fucking connect with the energy inside our bodies and make these fucking experiences happen, that we connect to other dimensions. That's a badass motherfucking experience. And what tripped me out when I was fucking listening to the homie Naz's story was that a week ago on Reddit, I forgot what the fuck I heard this on, I looked up UFO sightings or whatever above Milwaukee during their pan out while they were ending their news broadcast. You know how sometimes they'll be like, all right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Good night. And then they'll pan out to the city, and you can see the city, and it looks beautiful. They pan out to the city they do it here in LA. They do it for downtown. It looks nice, right? It's a good way to fucking end your show, especially for the news time and the night. But for this Milwaukee station a few years ago, these news anchors were like, all right, good night. As they panned to the fucking city above like downtown Milwaukee, they saw a bunch of little fucking dragonflies looking motherfuckers like going every which way, man. And the reporters were like, hey, what the fuck is that? And then somebody else was like, yeah, the other reporter was like, I don't really understand what the fuck that is, but it looks pretty cool. It literally looks like a bunch of like dragonfly comet looking little, like big enough that you can fucking see them if a camera was panning out to a fucking city. So they look like dragonflies from like the video, but obviously in person they're a lot bigger, a lot fucking bigger. So I explained what I saw to Nas, and then he's telling me like, bro, yeah, it was like that. Those motherfuckers that he saw were like the shit that was around Milwaukee. I pulled up the motherfucking video to show the homie Nas, and he was like, yep, it looked exactly like that, but a lot more of those motherfuckers. So in Sedona, they were kicking it big time, and this motherfucker saw that shit while he was tripping hard on fucking shrooms. And the Milwaukee news reporters caught a glimpse of it while they were panning out to the fucking city after they were ending their broadcast. Am I saying aliens are real? Hell yeah, man. We don't know what the fuck is out there, man. I'm an alien. You're an alien. A dog sees you walk up right, man. He's like, who the fuck is this alien, man? Aliens are for sure real. So, but here's the thing, man. Here's the nitty gritty. So, they're for sure real, but we also can't let the government also kind of fool us that these kind of fake aliens that they might be making up are the ones that are real, so that they can fucking end up controlling the world under one government because we have to combat these aliens. But in reality, those aliens were just fictitious aliens made up, like fictitious shit that's been made up throughout the whole fucking century. Like, we never went to the fucking moon. Yeah, I said that shit. We ain't never go to that fucking moon. If you really think about it, logically, man. Logically, in the 60s, we ain't have dick, man. We had what? Maybe a toaster, alright? How the fuck did these motherfuckers make... if you look at the spacecraft that went to the moon... that shit looks like they combined like 10 toasters together. That's it. It looks like they combined 10 toasters together and they got 3 white motherfuckers to fucking lie their dick off. Because look, man. Look, America. If any of us went to the fucking moon and we came fucking back, we would be fucking ecstatic that we went to the moon and people are asking us questions about it. Especially on national television. When Buzz Aldrin, Neil Armstrong, and that other motherfucker were questioned and fucking had to fucking talk to the journalists and the people who wanted to know of the great fucking venture they just came back from. When these journalists asked them questions, why did Neil Armstrong look guilty? Why did they not look happy as fuck not to have only come back alive? That's already fucking amazing. You went to the fucking moon and came back. What the fuck? What the fuck? That's fucking so far away. That shit is like 1 billion miles away. It's not 1 billion miles. It's like 180,000 miles or some shit. The point is that the moon is so fucking far away. These motherfuckers didn't go, man. We didn't go. We fucking made it up. It's a good story. It's fucking badass. I love the story. I love the story because I'm in America and we're the ones that first went to that bitch. But when they did a fucking poll in Britain and Russia on who the fuck believes that the United States were the first to go to the moon, Britain believes was second, Russia believes was third. Basically saying they don't believe jack shit anywhere else. They're told that, but then they really just focus on their own endeavors. Yeah, they went, but we went after too, right? Yeah, I bet that's what they're saying in Russia. But in reality, none of y'all motherfuckers went. None of y'all motherfuckers went. Supposedly, there is a motherfucking radiation like barrier between us and the moon, right? This fucking radiation barrier would be able to fucking disintegrate our minds or some shit. It would basically fuck us up so much we wouldn't even be able to fucking go to the moon. And even if we did go to the fucking moon, through this barrier, like on the skin of our teeth, like some fucking motherfuckers on Judgment Day, like if we actually went past the barrier, there's no fucking way that the fucking transmission from the moon was properly being played live for the rest of the nation in 1960, because the fucking signal going through that radiation would be fucking obliterated, man. Obliterated. It's like if fucking I don't know, let's say you're surrounded by like a fucking ring of fire, right? And then you're in the middle of the fire, man. It's fucked up. There's like inferno all around you. It's death. So, you know, and your homie's like a whole fucking 10 yards away, let's say. So let's say you want to fucking throw your fucking message that you wrote down on this piece of paper to your homie. And we all know paper fucking doesn't fly that fucking strong and fast, man. You can ball it up so much. It's only going to go so far, right? So you ball this piece of paper up as much as you can. And then you try to throw it through the fucking inferno. You think by the time it gets to your homie 10 yards away, that shit's gonna fucking carry a message? Gonna be anything? Fuck no, man. They fucking broadcasted it from Burbank over here by where I'm at, like 20 miles away. They broadcasted it from Burbank live to everybody's fucking television. That's why we got it so crispy clear, so crispy on time, as they had fucking pressed play over at Warner Brothers and fucking streamed it from their satellites over here to everywhere in the fucking world. I'm not sure if this shit was live in Russia or Britain, but it was live in the United States, and we fucking ate this shit up. At least not we, man. My family just got here, man. My parents are immigrants, man. We just got to this scene in 1980 something, 1989. My dad came here. My mom came here a little 2 years, 3 years after that. I came out the womb in 94. So the point is that we're just some motherfuckers here trying to make it happen, man. But I don't want anybody to be blinded by the fact that we did not go to the moon, man. It's a cool fucking idea. And I fucking know for a fact if we fucking wanted to today, we could go to the moon. With all the fucking technology we have now, with all the fucking resources we have now, we can make it to the moon. But we don't want to go back to the moon because we can't. At least not with the present day technologies. We're going to have to work to get to the moon. But then that's going to completely destroy the past narrative that we already had been to the moon. Because look, man, a NASA scientist, a NASA astronomer, you can look up this YouTube. Just put NASA astronomer says that NASA has destroyed all the technology to go to the moon. From the horse's fucking mouth, from the he represents the organization NASA. This motherfucker said he said, I would love to go back to the moon. I would go back in a heartbeat. But we have destroyed the technology. What? You destroyed the technology? Who destroyed it? Which dumbass motherfucker destroyed it? And then lo and behold, I find out that it wasn't really destroyed. Well, actually, let me get my facts straight. I guess some of the shit was destroyed in some fucking basement fire. Somebody lit that shit up, man. You know, there wasn't shit in those fucking computers anyways, man. It was all make-believe. If anything, what were on those documents were all the B-rolls for all the fucking Warner Brothers shoots of the moon landing. So all the B-rolls were destroyed in that fucking basement fire. And supposedly in that basement fires, that's where all our fucking technology to go back to the moon went. But then you think the motherfuckers that invented it the first time, can't they just fucking recall it again? Or not even that. That's stupid. That's like last call, man. Last scenario kind of shit. Don't we have fucking, like, when I go on Google Docs, man, that shit will save every time I fucking update my fucking page, right? Update my document. We should have the same kind of track record for the fucking information to go to the moon. We should have that fucking information, and we don't. We don't have it, not one fucking bit. I don't know where the fuck it went. Actually, I do know where it went. It was never there, man. It just was never fucking there. We can go to space. Oh fuck yeah, we can go to space, man. The satellites in space. Oh fuck yeah, but you know what? That's just not 180 fucking thousand miles away like the moon is. It's fucking right above our fucking like orbit or some shit. Basically, these motherfuckers ain't even that far from like the Earth. The moon is like a whole nother fucking distance away. So those motherfuckers, yeah, we go to space. Yeah, that one motherfucker that was making videos for Reddit and got famous off of that, Chris. Man, the fucking astronaut with the mustache, man, that motherfucker, he was really up there. He really did come down, and when they come down, they get out of those fucking pods that look like they're fucking Vegeta or like Raditz. They come out of those pods, and they come out debilitated because their fucking bones are weak from being in space, because space is fucked up, and it's not meant for us to be there. That's why we're fucking down here. Not to say that it's not meant for us to be there later on. I'm sure our computer overlords, when they finish killing off the rest of us, will go on and explore the rest of this fucking universe in space. But as far as us in our flesh, there's slim fucking pickings. Unless, again, another theory, that you're Thor. If you're Thor, then like in the comic books when he got fucked up by Thanos, like he was like in his regular body in space, but then he just unleashed that fucking Thor thunder, and then he fucking turned into Thor and, was fucking shit up again in space. So unless you got that, or another possibility, unless you're fucking Princess Leia in the most recent fucking bullshit Star Wars movie, where this bitch dies, gets ejected from the fucking spacecraft, is floating in space Where if The Simpsons has taught me anything, as soon as the bitch started floating in space, we should have seen her head blow up like fucking Bart and Homer did back in the days. And those motherfuckers who wrote The Simpsons, David X. Cohen, his name, and Matt Groening, I'm not sure about Matt, but I know David X. Cohen and all the fucking writing staff are mathematicians. They are fucking PhDs in math, fucking masters in math. David X. Cohen even he added that X to his name because of the fucking 10 that it means in the Roman numerals. So these motherfuckers are all about science and math, and they have not statistically, but these motherfuckers put out that episode. I know all you guys remember that when Homer and so-and-so went to space, their heads blew up, they got big, and we all fucking left. Princess Leia, what happened? Her head didn't get big. Nothing got fucking big. What got big was the pockets of all the Disney motherfuckers that fucking sold us some horse shit that this bitch can fucking be out in space for I don't know how long and then fucking rejuvenate herself back to the fucking aircraft. What kind of... No, bitch. The Force don't work that way, man. If the Force worked that way, then Yoda would still be alive. I wouldn't see his fucking ghost. I'd see fucking Yoda in the flesh, man. If the Force basically gave you immortality, as it's kind of saying that it does Princess Leia. Because look, man. What the fuck? I'm already so off point. I'm so off point. The point is that fuck, we never went to the moon. What else about that moon shit? It'd be cool if we can go back, get some moon rocks or something. Supposedly China's just landed like a month ago on the dark side of the moon. Who gives a fuck? They ain't land shit there. Or you know what? Maybe they did land some shit there. But again, who gives a fuck, man? What y'all gonna find out there? Fucking nothing. Nah, I don't know, man. Maybe it'd be cool if they found like a cave. But you know what? It'd be like fucking Transformers, man. They'd fucking like do research and all that shit. And none of us would get fucking all the information. Or we'd get it 10 years later when it's too late, when all the research that we've done has kind of fucked us over and we reawaken the fucking Transformers, motherfucking Decepticons that come down and fuck our shit up. So, man, this moon shit. The moon is beautiful. I'm not sure if you guys saw it when I was in Arizona on Sunday, or I think it was Sunday. There was like a blood moon eclipse up in the sky. It wasn't really a blood moon from where I was at in Scottsdale, Arizona, but it definitely was an eclipse moon, and that was fucking badass, man. I'm not sure if this is correct, but one of my homies now said if you were gonna get creative, man, that was a nice moment to get creative. I mean, it's always a fucking nice moment, as you all know. But if you believe in all that voodoo shit, you must have wrote a good joke that night or something, man. I wish that was smoke from weed. But this is I'm in the library on campus and definitely can't smoke in here. There's smoke detectors. There's some smoke detectors, but you know what? Maybe we can get some vapors in here, take some dabs, or I don't know what the fuck, man. But we can do something. The eclipse is cool, man. Over here in Los Angeles, I saw a lot of the homies say, like, yo, man, that shit was red as fuck. I saw photos. It did look red as fuck. That's fucking badass, man. I don't think I've ever seen a red moon, but what I have seen is a total eclipse. A total eclipse happens. All right, people have a misconception. A total eclipse actually happens a lot of times throughout the years, right? But you got to be in select fucking spots of the earth for that shit to even occur. So I was in Salem, Oregon, August 2017. Me and my homie Sylvester, we went from LA to Seattle, and then on the way up we find out that this total eclipse is happening. So on the way back down from Seattle, we make the pit stop in Oregon, and then we fucking get into this field where they're having like the viewing of this shit, and it's like beautiful, man. It's fucking beautiful. There's a bunch of people around. There's like grassy knoll that has like trees all around it. But like the path, it's fucking nice. So there was a bunch of people that were just having their like fucking drinks. People were having their snacks. They were eating. They were conversing. Me and my homie were there. We had the fucking. I was a little cheap, poor motherfucker, so I didn't buy those glasses that you need to look at the total eclipse. But my homie did buy one, and he let me use it. So we both shared it, man. He's Sylvester. Thank you so much, man, because that total eclipse was the shit, man. I saw when the sun. Oh no, shit. Ricky Rick, scratch that. I saw when the moon completely covered the sun. It was, I forgot, fuck what time it is. It was like 10, 11, or 12 in Salem, Oregon during the fucking day. And for I don't know how many minutes, maybe 1.5, everything went fucking dark, man. And let me retract. It didn't go dark. It went twilight dark, man. Like, you could still fucking feel like a hue of like like the fucking moon was fucking reflecting all this light off of it while still covering the sun. So it was like not fucking dark as like if it were night, but it was like twilight but on the little darker tip. It's like something that you probably can only see when you fucking see a total eclipse, man. Twilight is twilight, darkness is darkness, but they have a combination during that fucking moment. And man, it was beautiful. It was fucking beautiful. It was a pleasure to see the moon cover the sun. An old lady was at on the grassy knoll with like a bunch of people, and I heard her over say like, yeah, man, the last time I saw this was like in 1972, man. So man, this should be a moment, man. If you ever get a chance to see a total eclipse, fucking stop by. Don't miss out. Fucking make a plan to be in a nice area so you can see it from a good view, so you can have a nice time and watch the eclipse, man. Because a lot of people, I'm sure, were fucking driving on whatever freeway that is, a 5 in Oregon, and you didn't really get see shit, man. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people pulled over, even though on the way to the fucking spot we went, there was a lot of signs that said, do not pull over during the total eclipse. I don't know. Who gives a fuck about what signs say? That's the next thing, man. Fuck authority, man. Man, I'm not trying to say I want to start the next revolution. But I will say that there's a whole lot of injustice going on as I speak. Whole lot of motherfucking injustices. Just recently, the Supreme Court banned transgenders from being able to serve in the military. I assume it's because you know what, man? I know it's because the whole system is fucked up and can't open their eyes to see that some people want to fucking be somebody else, man. Not somebody else in that aspect where you're trying to be fake, but literally not want to be, need to be, feel that they are somebody else. So we need to give these motherfuckers all the same rights that we have, man. If they want to go out there and fucking help me keep talking my shit in this safe space, then please, by all means, let these transgenders go out there and fucking be the empire for us. And if you fucking for a second believe we're the rebels, the United States of America is the empire as fuck, man. No other country in the history of countries has invaded and been in more wars than the United States has been in the short span of the country's longevity of 270 something years. No other country comes close to being able to talk as much good shit and fucking run the rest of the world like some bitches like the United States can. Although that was back then, and now China's fucking been stepping up their game. What China's been doing is real fucking baller, man. So, man, of course, there's allies of the United States, and there's people that really don't like the countries that don't like the United States. Allies of the United States, what do they get? They get the fucking protection from the best military in the fucking world and the biggest military in the fucking world. Every other fucking country has like maybe 1, if not 0, battle warships, correct? Maybe Russia has 2, maybe China has 3. United States got 16 of them motherfuckers. So we fucking put out protection. We're basically like the mafia of the fucking world. We're basically like, oh man, you know how close you are to being fucked up by us? So if you don't want to be fucked up by us, please sign here. Taught on these lines, we're going to take 50% of your natural resources, leave your fucking people destitute. You personally who signed this will be left off well, and your descendants will be well off, and even have a opportunity to come to America where all your fucking resources are being spent frivolously, man. Fucking frivolously. We fucking waste so much here in America. We waste all this fucking food Just because one person complains and sues a company that he got fucking lice from fucking burger. No, that's not correct. He got a fucking what do we call it? Food poisoning. So if you eat something from a trash can, that's on you to fucking deal with the consequences that come after. You cannot come after a fucking store and be like, hey, I ate one of your shit and I got sick. Now I'm suing you because you didn't lock that shit, and then I was able to fucking get myself sick. I was like, bitch, no, you can't do that. That should be fucking illegal. That should be fucking illegal. Instead, we fucking encourage it, and what happens is that we waste fucking food. Time and time again, you see all these restaurants throwing away perfectly good food. All these bakeries throwing away perfectly good bread. All these fucking CVS's, Walgreens, Walmart's throwing away perfectly good merchandise. That goes to fucking junk landfills instead of being used on the people. Because look, man, if we got all the shit that they throw away for free, we'd become more comfortable. When we become more comfortable, we have more time for ourselves. When we have more time for ourselves, we're less worried about bills and all that shit and going to work, because we're taken care of by getting these like freebies and shit. But if we get too many freebies, the fucking man thinks we're gonna fucking spend our time learning. And once we learn enough, we're going to find out how badly we're getting fucked by this big red, white, and blue dick. And we're going to come at them and revolt. A fucking revolution will start because they give us a free donut every now and then. What the fuck kind of idea is that? How about you just fucking help us out so you guys can fucking have a better country for you to live in, man? I bet these rich people... I bet these rich people don't like appreciate riding down Compton and seeing all the poverty down there, or South Central and East LA. But then again, rich people don't be going anywhere that's not rich, so they live in their own confined bubbles, and the rest of us live in the fucking wallow that they leave behind. Unless we come together like butt cheeks, everybody, it doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter fucking... Alright, man, it matters. I mean, the most that matters is that you're not a dick. But besides that, if you're in the dick, man, we're starting this revolution, man. Because, look, man, you can come from any kind of background, man. As long as you fucking really want to cause some change and better the people, better the lives of your fucking brethren, your fucking mom, dad, uncle, your fucking neighbor's moms, dad, uncle, your grandparents, everybody, man. If you want to better the life of everybody, then add me on Instagram at Roger Lopez Comedy. We can start this revolution going. Nothing starts over fucking night. Well, nothing good, really. But slowly but surely, we can fucking start reclaiming some of this fucking land that rightfully belongs to thousands of fucking Native Americans, which I'm not even sure they fucking even like the term Native Americans, because if I'm correct in reading and remembering what I read in fucking George Carlin's book, fuck, it's not Napalm Death, is it? Nah, fuck. One of George Carlin's books basically says the reason why Indians are called Indians, like the Native Americans. Well, he basically said this. If you ask most Native Americans, they wouldn't want to be called Native Americans. They want to be called Indians. Indians wasn't like a fucking slang term for, like, I don't know, to diminish these people. No, rephrase that. It wasn't ever that. Christopher Columbus, the motherfucker, he came over here, and the dumbass motherfucker did not think he was in India, as some people believe he believed. He didn't think he was in India. This motherfucker knew he was not in India. He knew he had made it to another spot. But the way this narrative was controlled was that he said he described the indigenous people of the fucking Americas as people of God. And if you translate that in Spanish as the way he wrote it to the Spanish king, are gente de Dios. De Dios. In Dios. Indios. Indians. It literally derived from that. It's not because he believed he came from fucking... He went from Spain to fucking India. Nah. He made it to fucking the Caribbeans, and these were the people in God. And what did he do? He was the worst snitch of the fucking ever, man. Alright, maybe not ever, but this motherfucker was a bitch ass snitch. Cause look, he could have came here, started his own nitty gritty shit. And what did he do instead, man? He went over to the king, was like, oh, yo, man, look, I found you some land. Bitch, he don't know nothing. And if he sends somebody, you kill him, man. Fucking Christopher Columbus did it wrong, man. He's a bitch, man. He could have been the next Genghis Khan, man. That's what you get when you don't have vision, when you don't have fucking balls, when you don't have confidence. You just fucking report back to your fucking superior like a bitch after finding out like that you now. This motherfucker could have ran this whole shit himself. Not really though, man, because I'm not sure what happened, but these Indians didn't want to fuck around with Christopher Columbus, man. Some of these tribes were killing his bitch ass. So you know what? He kind of did need the support of Spain to come down with more motherfuckers in the knight in shining armor, so that they can take care of shit over the next 100 years and colonize the Americas. The motherfuckers. What am I doing on time? I've been talking shit for a little bit. It's been 35 minutes. I appreciate all you guys that continue to listen to this. This is my first podcast being recorded professionally in the nice fucking studio with like microphones. I got headphones in this bitch. I got a Mac desktop in front of me with the fucking Studio 192 fucking mixer. The beginning, I spoke too quick, too rapidly. I was a little nervous, but I appreciate you guys sticking through it for the information that came after, which is all nitty gritty. Like, we didn't go to the moon. We're gonna talk about some other cool shit, like there weren't dinosaurs ever. If you don't know that, well, stay around for the next episode, because in the next episode we're gonna talk about why dinosaurs never existed and why we have all been fooled by the white man to believe in these prehistoric fucking creatures that just weren't around. They fucking weren't. With that being said, thank you for listening. My name is Roger Lopez.